Alright everyone, unlike the corporate media, I don't do the clickbait thing, so I took down my last video with regards to Rosenstein because it looks like the legacy media jumped the gun and nobody's actually quite sure what's happening, according to one source. Rod Rosenstein has already resigned. He's already out. He's basically headed to the White House now to discuss things like, I guess, resignation shit. Another one says he's offering it. It hasn't been accepted. Another version has him offering it's been accepted but not finalized. Another one has him headed to the White House expecting to be fired. Another one has him already fired. There's 5 or 6 different fucking variants of this story. Everyone's reporting on it. Nobody's actually clarifying, hey, by the way, we're not really sure what's going on. We know, the only thing we know right now is he's headed to the White House. The reason for that is related to firing or resignation. That's really the only reason he would be going there. Unless, like, he's saying, oh, yeah, by the way, the Mueller probe's going to be over soon, so blah, blah. And yet you've got this reporting half an hour ago, and he starts trending. All of a sudden, I get 3 or 4 tips. Oh, by the way, Rosenstein's out. Legacy Media, Axios, and AP, and some of these are like, hey, Rod Rosenstein has offered his resignation to John Kelly verbally. It's been accepted. Now it's just going to be finalized. And from there, it continued to change like it was mutating like a fucking virus. And it really is a virus. We've gotten to the point where because of the 24-hour news cycle, there's more of a focus on getting the story out there than making sure that it's true. We've seen this time and time again now. If it is true, if the claim by one so-called anonymous source to the New York Times, if the claim that Deputy AG Rosenstein talked about wearing a wire and invoking the 25th Amendment and all this stuff is true, he's going to be fired if he doesn't resign. That's probably Trump is going to have a talk with him and say, look, you're definitely out. I'm getting rid of you. I'm tired of this bullshit. You resign and you can keep your pension or I'll fire you. I really don't care. The Mueller investigation isn't going to touch me anyway, as you know, because here's the thing. Rosenstein's corrupt. When he came up before Congress, in his official under oath testimony, he claimed he couldn't remember whether he read the FISA warrant pertinent to this investigation before he signed it. That is an out-and-out 100% blatant objective lie. He read the report, he read the FISA memo, he signed off on it knowing its scope, knowing who was involved, knowing what the evidence was before the FISA court, which had caused them to grant the warrant before he signed it. He knew that that happened. He is corrupt. He is partisan in nature. That is objectively true. I am certain that we will eventually find that out, that it's objectively true. Trump therefore knows the Mueller investigation at this point is nothing more than a retroactive witch hunt to exonerate itself because it was based on a faulty premise. The original premise was Russian collusion. They didn't find Russian collusion, so now they're going after everyone who's ever been associated with Trump, knowing that he's cleaner than a whistle, along with his immediate inner circle, trying to nail people like Manafort and Papadopoulos on lesser charges to the wall to exonerate themselves of having started an expansive investigation into an active presidential campaign, having done so without any proper evidence that would never have stood up in any honest-to-goodness non-FISA court. The FISA court's a rubber stamping process. They were partisan too. The evidence was presented by partisan individuals. It could have been obtained wrongfully from the CIA using British intel in the first place, along with the Steele dossier. If that's true, then treason was committed. In the most literal sense, people attempted essentially to stage a coup to stop Trump from taking office, to stop him from being able to govern. So the legacy media here is just basically right now farting into a microphone for all it's worth. That's basically all they're doing. It's full of sound and fury, but signifies absolutely nothing. They don't even know what's going on. Oh, Rosenstein was last seen walking towards the White House. What does it mean? Let us spend the next half fucking hour speculating. The only thing we know is Rosenstein is objectively corrupt and probably going to be relieved of his position. But they don't know that he's resigned or whether he will offer resignation, and they don't know whether he's been fired or will be fired. They don't know this for sure. They're just speculating. So I refuse to do that. I want to talk about it. It's breaking news. Everyone else is talking about it. I'm going to weigh in, but I'm not going to sit here and do what, CNN or Fox will do and say, well, we're certain of this particular version of the story to the exclusion of others when we've already probably gotten it wrong several times. Not going to happen. People deserve, I think, better than that from the so-called journalists of the so-called true free press. No, it's just corporate media. They're chomping at the bit right now. They're hoping that Rosenstein gets fired. Let's be honest. They hope he gets fired. Constitutional crisis is trending on Twitter. It's like, there is no constitutional crisis. Trump is within his legal authority to fire Rosenstein anyway. It's not a crisis. You just happen to think it's dubious and not like the fact that he has that power. What's Congress going to do? Congress can't even wipe its own ass right now. It's not going to happen. Trump is not going to be impeached. Trump is not going to be taken down by the Mueller probe that quite clearly no longer has much to do with Trump anyway. Just fucking get over yourselves. Same goes for the corporate media too. That's about all. Peace out.